The 1970s gave us some of the most unforgettable songs in music history. Tracks that topped the charts, played on every radio station, and became instant classics. But what happened when these artists never found the same success again? These one-hit wonders dominated the airwaves, then disappeared. Stick around as we dive into 15 of the biggest one-hit wonders of the 70s and uncover the fascinating stories behind these legendary tracks. 1. Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry, released in April 1976. The song was a massive funk rock crossover hit, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, but the band's later singles failed to replicate its success. Wild Cherry released 3 more albums, but none produced another hit. They disbanded in 1979, and lead singer Rob Parissi moved into music production. 2. Stuck in the Middle with You, Stealers Wheel, released in April 1972. The song was meant as a Bob Dylan parody, but unexpectedly became a hit, reaching number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. The band faced legal and internal disputes, disbanding in 1975. Lead singer Jerry Rafferty later found solo success with Baker Street.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the... Everybody was kung fu fighting.
3. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas, released in August 1974. The song capitalized on a martial arts craze of the 1970s, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, but was viewed as a novelty hit. Douglas struggled to find another hit, and later shifted to music production in Europe.
Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting in flight, afternoon delight.
4. Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band, released in May 1976. A soft rock song with suggestive lyrics. It reached number 1 and won 2 Grammy Awards, but the band could not follow it up. They released several albums, but none had chart success. The band split in 1981.
Afternoon delight.
5. Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Swede, released in February 1974. The Swedish band covered B.J. Thomas's song, adding a unique Ugga Shaka chant. It reached number 1, but was seen as a gimmick. Blue Swede broke up shortly after their debut album, and lead singer Björn Skifs pursued a solo career in Sweden.
You gotta be cruel to be kind in the right measure.
6. Cruel to Be Kind, Nick Lowe, released in June 1979. A catchy power pop tune that reached number 12, but Lowe was better known as a producer and songwriter. He continued a successful career working with artists like Elvis Costello and producing for others.
Doing when I ask you to be nice. Oh, it's magic, you know.
7. Magic, Pilot, released in November 1974. The Scottish band reached number 5 with this upbeat song, but their follow-up singles failed to chart. Members of Pilot later worked with the Alan Parsons Project and 10 Cubic Centimeters, but the band itself faded away.
Leaning on my pillow in the morning. Beach baby, give me your hand, give me something.
8. Beach Baby, The First Class, released in May 1974. A nostalgic homage to 1960s California surf rock that hit number 4, but their follow-up singles did not resonate. The band's songwriter, John Carter, continued writing for other artists, but First Class never had another hit.
Feelings of love.
9. Feelings, Morris Albert, released in 1974. A sentimental ballad that reached number 6, but its popularity was overshadowed by a plagiarism lawsuit. Albert lost a lawsuit over the song's melody and faded from the music industry.
You'll never come again.
10. Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes, Edison Lighthouse. Released in January 1970. The song reached number 5, but the band was more of a studio project than a real group. Lead singer Tony Burrows performed on multiple hits for other bands, but never found long-term success with Edison Lighthouse.
She talks kind of lazy and people say she's crazy. Video killed the radio star. Pictures.
11. Video killed a radio star, The Buggles. Released in September 1979. Though iconic as the first video played on MTV, the band's synth-pop sound was too niche for mainstream success. Trevor Horn and Jeff Downs joined the band, yes, and later became successful music producers.
You can see I met your children. The town of Chicago died.
12. The Night Chicago Died, Paper Lace. Released in March 1974. A fictional gangster story that hit number 1, but was not historically accurate, limiting its appeal. The band struggled with management issues and disbanded after failing to follow up with another hit.
With the voices of the Lord, I heard my mom cry.
13. Love Hurts, Nazareth. Released in November 1975. The song was originally recorded by the Everly Brothers, but became a power ballad hit for Nazareth, reaching number 8. The band continued to tour and record, but never had another major United States hit. 14. Indiana Wants Me, Dean Taylor. Released in August 1970. A dramatic song about an outlaw on the run. It reached number 5, but was stylistically different from most chart hits. Taylor returned to songwriting and production, working behind the scenes in the music industry. 15. Right Back Where We Started From, Maxine Nightingale. Released in January 1976. A disco pop track that reached number 2, but was tied too closely to the fading disco era. Nightingale continued performing in theater and on nostalgia tours, but never had another major hit. If you love this video, you won't want to miss this next one. Click here to watch another amazing video that you'll absolutely enjoy.